Start Texas at Vanderbilt. Diego. Texas 18.5 point favorite here. Here's Pavia as a double-digit dog. Plus 25.5 at Auburn, won by 21. Plus 12.5 at Kentucky, won by 7. Plus 23.5 versus Alabama, won by 5. Plus 17.5 at Missouri, lost by 3 in overtime. Plus 14 versus Virginia Tech, won by 7. 4-1 straight up, one loss in overtime, 5-0 against the spread, covering by 20 points per game on average. On the surface, this number is probably short. I price these things in with how Vandy's a service academy. I've been saying it all year. You just bet them as a double-digit dog. You fade them when they're a double-digit favorite. That's what's happened all year long. I price that in. So I'm like around 18. So like from a number perspective, I don't show a ton of value. You're going to hear a lot of people say like, well, Alabama was a 24-point favorite at Vanderbilt, and now Texas is only laying 18. Well, number one, Vanderbilt has been upgraded since they beat Alabama. They beat Kentucky. And Texas just lost, and it didn't look great. Texas is still better than Alabama. And here's the thing. These lines are all wrong. The market hasn't been able to price service academies for 30 years.
Yeah.
I just told you that Bobby is 5-0 against the spread as a double-digit dog, covering by 20 points per game. His against the spread margins are 46, 20, 29, 15, and 20. So I think there's going to be more Texas money that comes in just from the numbers, guys. So I'm hoping this gets to 21. That's the number that I would like. I do worry a bit about the Vanderbilt defense, but here's the thing. Isaiah Bond is banged up. I think Quinn Ewers is banged up. And you might say, oh, Texas is going to be angry, and here they come. Well, here's the thing. This happens more times than not. Like whenever a team loses a marquee game, everyone says, oh, they're going to come out angry the next week. Top 20 teams following a loss in a top 20 matchup over the past 20 years are 137, 175, and 6 against the spread, 44%. How about as a double-digit favorite? 70, 94, and 3, 42.7%. How about as a 21-plus point favorite? 42%. Reason I say that is the next game we'll mention is Nebraska, Ohio State. Same thing. Ohio State off that game against Oregon. Did have a bye, but everyone's going to be like, oh, they're angry. Doesn't always work that way. A lot of times it's like you're actually a little more flat. The market is actually a bit more inflated, pricing that in. So, yeah, it's Vanderbilt's going to limit possessions, run the clock, just follow the formula. I'm hoping for a better number, but I'll be on Vandy in some form or fashion.
Yeah. I mean, betting markets can't catch up to service academies, and success rate is completely broken because it does not take in account to fourth downs, which service academies and Vanderbilt likes to do a lot. So
Vanderbilt is a service academy.
They are
SEC service academy.
I think the thing that worries me about this, like, I mean, I get it with Vanderbilt. I think the thing that worries me is they have no pass rush whatsoever. So Quinn's going to be able to sit back there, eat a sandwich, play a game of Uno. I don't know. I mean, he's going to be able to pick out his targets no matter if Isaiah Bond is there or not. To me, this game comes down to something that we can't find in our stats. Is Texas a little pissed off that they were out physicaled by Georgia? I mean, are you
Also,
coming
what does
here?
that say about Texas? Like, we didn't
Right.
know much about Texas. That's why I bet Georgia. Like, Michigan stinks, people. So that game means
Yeah.
nothing. Oklahoma stinks. Who else did they play? ULM, Colorado State. So, and Georgia's defense has not looked great all year. They did look great there. Carson Beck didn't do much, and they got blown out at home. Uh, Maybe Texas is even worse than I'm assuming, which is a part of this. I mean, yeah, Texas has advantages. They're going to be way more talented. Yours are going to have time to throw. They have better athletes. Their defensive line has huge advantages up front. But that was the case with Alabama. I mean, just that was the case with Kentucky. Kentucky's
Right.
defensive line is better than Texas's. Vanderbilt won that game outright at Kentucky.
Here's what I'm looking for, Stuck. I'm not going to have a pregame bet on this. If Vanderbilt and Diego rack up 2 or 3 first downs in the first series that they have, I'm live betting Vanderbilt because I don't think this spread's going to matter. Either Texas is going to show up pissed off, blow them out, or Vanderbilt is going to do their 31.5 seconds per play service academy this shit, win first downs, chew clock, and make it close. And I think besides the live betting portion of this, I think there's a scenario that everybody needs to be aware of because by the time Stuck and I flip our microphones on next week, number may be gone. Stucky, who are you betting for the college football? Who would you bet for the college football playoff if Vanderbilt wins this game or barely loses this game and LSU wins? Who should you be buying in the market for the college football playoff?
I mean, I would back LSU right now.
Texas
Is
A&M.
that what?
I would
Texas
I
A&M,
would
yeah. Yeah, Texas A&M.
if Texas
Yep.
A&M loses and Vanderbilt makes this extremely close, it's done. Texas A&M is going to win that game at home on Kyle Field, and if they lose, you're going to get a huge juice. I know you already have a number, but I'm just saying for everybody, you're going to get a big Texas A&M juicy number. If they lose and Vanderbilt keeps this close, keep your eyes open.